Ladies and gentlemen, if you are an immigrant nurse and you're waiting for an embassy date, I want to start by saying be patient. I know how it feels right now. I can see the frustration in WhatsApp group, in conversations. People are giving up. You cannot give up. Not now, not ever before. So I want to share something from my own personal experience that I really wish somebody told me before I got here. So I want to give you a tool, or rather some sort of preparation, so that when that time comes, because it will come, it's coming, wadau. When that time comes, you have what you need. You'll need this message more than ever, because I've seen what happens when we finally get here. So this was serious. I made a script just so that I can stay organized in what I'm about to share. So tune in. When we get here, truth be told, we lose ourselves trying to prove that we've made it. Okay? So this is the thing. When you get here, the first thing, the pitfall that you're going to fall in, you're going to try to compare yourself with somebody else, people that you'll find here. Don't compare journeys. That's point number one. Everyone's race is timed differently. You land in the US and you will realize some nurses are buying houses. They're buying Teslas. They're taking trips to Cancun or wherever twice a year. They are going to Kenya back and forth for vacation. You know, if you're not careful, you'll start asking yourself, am I falling behind? What is going on? You feel like life is moving and you are standing. But comparison is a trap. Some people came with help. You don't know. You don't know the backstory. Some people came with their spouses who are working well. Some people are drowning in credit card debt. I think I've talked about credit card debt. Remember, as a nurse, when you come here, you have the potential of paying almost any kind of debt. So the credit card companies are going to send those credit cards to you to ask you to take those debts, because they know you'll be able to pay it off. And so you fall into that trap and you start paying at huge interest rates. You're going to find yourself drowning in credit card debts. Because someone is posting wins doesn't mean they are winning inside. I want you to remember that. Anytime you see me posting any win, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm winning inside. So be careful. Point number one, don't compare journeys. Point number two, don't trade your health and even family for debt and image. It looks like it's the same as point number one, but this one is different. Let's talk about overtime hustle. I know guys who have gone for months without a full day rest, a full day off. We do it to send money back home. I know every story is different. And somebody told me, I don't have a backup plan. I am the backup plan. I felt that was deep. I am the backup plan. Everybody is depending on me. I have brothers who need to go to school. I have to build a house for my parents. Chaos, a lot of financial burden. And I hear that. I'm not discrediting that. I'm not saying that is not valuable. I'm not saying you don't need to do that. But hear me out. We do this to send money back home, or rather to catch up. But what we don't know, it's killing us slowly. It's a slow death. That's where my problem is. If you're doing it comfortably and you're not having any issue, that's okay. But for most, 99% of us, it's killing us slowly. And stress-related illnesses started to creep in. High blood pressure, you just go for your physicals, your blood pressure is up the roof. Burnout, depression kicks in. Nurses who haven't taken a day full off, and in the meantime, If you have a family, it's even worse. Your kids are missing you. Your spouse is not feeling your presence. You know, your body is begging for rest. And the question is the image really worth your peace? Really, just honestly. You know, I hear people saying, how come you're only doing 3 days a shift? I mean, a week. How come you're only doing 4? If I come there, I'm doing 7 days a week. Why? Because I need to buy this, I need to do this. This comes with stress. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't just come out just that way. You want to do this for the longest time possible. Point number 3 as I finish. Investments back home shouldn't bankrupt your present time. Now listen to this. You might feel the pressure to build a house, as we have said. I feel pressure building a house. You might feel a pressure starting a business, maybe for your brother, taking your brother back to school, taking your cousin back to school, taking the financial burden of paying for your cousin's wedding, you know, or to even impress people who didn't even check on you when you are struggling. You see, right now, when you are struggling, trying to pay, especially people are trying to find their way through NCLEX, and they're doing it by themselves, and it's costing them a lot of money, and they're taking loans from banks, and I understand that, and it's always worth it. As always, I say, it's a good investment. There are people who are not even checking on you to find out how you're doing, what is going on. And maybe you're trying to ask for some help. People, you know, just crickets. They're not responding. These same people will come and start asking, can I please, Maze, I need. Let me say this as clear as possible. You have the right to be stable first. You have the, and it doesn't matter how long it's going to take. Yes, come for me if you want. You have the right to stay or to be stable first. Invest in peace. Build a life you don't need to escape from, if that makes sense. So all this pressure that is coming around, and people making you feel guilty, or telling you, you see, your neighbor did this and this the first 3 months he went to the US. You see, your friend invited their parents in the first year in the US. Man, this pressure is killing some of us. It's killing some people. You know, stability, they say stability is sexy, but peace is wealth. You know, so don't overcommit to things that don't feed you emotionally, financially, or spiritually. You know, it's somebody else's dream and you're trying to invest in it. It needs to, because we've heard of stories. Haven't we heard of stories of people trying to support some projects back home, only to realize that some people are just taking money from them and scamming them and all those things? Now, listen to this. You can't be a foundation for others if you haven't laid one for yourself. And your foundation will be here. You'll start your family here. You will be breathing here. You'll be taking your kids to school here for most people. It's not a blanket statement. So start here, build here, not necessarily building your own home, but build yourself and your family here, breathe here. That is very, very important. Now, I know you could be feeling that maybe you are here already and you missed your path and you're feeling so drowned. Let me tell you, I made some of these mistakes myself. The pressure was too much. This video is not to judge you. No. Forget about it. I'm not here to judge you. It's just to let you know these things are going to happen, or they may have happened, or they are happening to some of us. Don't trade your soul for a borrowed dream. It's never worth it. It's never worth it. And if you already started drowning, take a breath, man. Breathe in. It's not too late to reset. That's why I'm here. Guys, reach out. Let us build wisely together. If this spoke to you, or you can share it with a friend, I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, peace.